Hello and welcome to the unboxing of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Lightning Collection Alien Ranger Team Pack. Damn, those titles get longer every unboxing I do. This is our second ever team pack. As you can see, you have the Psychos here for comparison, and it's way different in size and in format than the Psycho pack. People always complain about, plastic-free packing, myself as well, because there's no window, but this team pack doesn't have a window, and nobody really complained about it. Nonetheless, this is really good, and from pictures of what I've seen with this one, this is really good as well. But before we start, short disclaimer, it's 5 figures, so it basically, I think, will take a bit longer than normal. I hope not too long, so we will see. We'll show you the box, show you what's inside, of course. I will make some cuts in between in post, because unboxing everything will get good nuts. I will give you my 2 cents of the pack and like how I feel about team packs in general. It has ups and downs, of course, but let's start. As you can see, Lightning Collection, Alien Rangers, typical blah blah blah, plastic free. I love this artwork, even if it's not 100% correct. I think the Yellow Ranger here has some issues, but as far as I know, the figure is correct from the coloring. That's what counts in my book. It was closed, came from Pulse today. I pre-opened it because it was closed. Luckily, it doesn't get any second chances, like anything that was like pre-opened. Alien Ranger logo, all the helmets on the side, and your Rangers on the back, which is very nicely done because you need what you get. I say that every time. You get the Ranger, the fists, the extra hands, basically the weapons, the blast effect pieces, or like the lightning effect pieces, of course. And from what I can see, I'm really hyped because one of the Sentai shows I watched was Kaku Ranger, which that is based on, and I love the Alien Rangers and Power Rangers. And this closes a big gap between Mighty Morphin and Zeo. So we get in Turbo now. I hope that will be complete soon-ish. Well, get the team in like relatively fast, not too fast that we don't get issues, but you know where I'm coming from, I hope. And that would be closing like the first, like basically the Zordon era will be complete after that. Up to Lost Galaxy at this point, and we can go with Lightspeed Rescue onwards because that is announced as well, and Heartwise out, as I can see in Malaysia, I think. Yeah, and here Alien Rangers as well. Very small box. The typical with barcode and everything. Power Rangers on the top, and let's take a peek inside. I will make some noise. I'm sorry. That is interesting. How this works out. Let's see. Can I get this out without damaging anything? I hope. You have a cardboard tray, as with the other normal packs, but bigger, of course. Oh god, that's tight in there. No adult jokes, please. Talking to you, Peaky Arrow. Yeah, it's basically like a single pack. Oh, that's good. It's basically like a single pack. There's some typical Hasbro stuff in there, like don't throw in the trash and stuff. But you have it, instead of one, you have like 5 Rangers. I would actually prefer this in plastic free, because when you compare this, I mean, there's plastic in there. But you have like a little flippity flop, which mine are on the shelf, but you have this inlay, and that is cool. This is plastic, as I said, but you could do this with cardboard, and I would prefer this design. Makes it easier because I don't really know, even if this looks great, the design on the box, if I want to keep it, no idea. Yet, but yeah. And here's some first broken parts. I would always said, like, here's a bit of paper baggy rip, but it's cardboard, so I don't really mind. Take this off, and this is yanked in there. Let's see. start with yaYsPllw. Where's the green? The White Ranger. It's blue, I guess. Oh, it's taped. It's taped. Let's take one Ranger out here. On cam. And then I will get the rest out of the bag, basically. So it's secured, which is nice. Because I had, with the single releases, they were not that secured, and you had issues with missing parts. And because this is basically the blind bag, so yeah, and it still is. I'm so happy that Hasbro finally listened to the fans and said, "Oh, we're going back to window boxes with plastic-free next year, 2024," which is great. That you actually can see what you get. So you have the Ranger inside here. Bend foot because of how it's stored. I have to see, is that normal? Yeah, that's normal. I was a bit confused. I didn't see the show and the Rangers themselves in a while. I was a bit confused, but I got these big black stripes on the boots here. They have a peg hole in the back for their weapon. No civilian heads. I talked about that in a different video. That will be a possibility, but this pack is expensive already, and that pump up the price more. And to be fair, I don't really need civilian heads. I have them on from time to time, but when I display my Rangers, I display them like this, with the helmet and not with the civilian head. I will make some exceptions with my Mighty Morphins now, because I have like season 1, 2, and 3 display, and to actually see a difference, you have to have the heads on from the Rangers. So yeah, that's one difference. And as I like, just let's get the weapons out and take a peek at that, and I will make a cut in there, like in editing, not in I cut myself or the figures, and then we'll see the rest of it, because as I said, it will take too long to have this all on cam. I could, but I don't want to take more of your time than necessary. So when it comes to those Lightning Collection figures, I really hope this one turned out great so far. That the I will see how like the joints and everything is. I'll tell you after the cut, but in general, I hope quality improves, because we had enough issues in the past. But I wouldn't really mind just team packs, and if it's just like the core team, for example. I know some people would say, "Oh, because I don't want any team member." Yeah, I get that, but I think it would fix a lot of consistency errors Hasbro had in the past. You have a team, and they can look at the team in a whole, and you don't have to. I mean, the core fans, the base of like, I think let's say 99.9% is a bit high on the scale, but most want like a complete team. That's my opinion, at least, and I have a lot of friends who think the same. They want the entire team. Like, you don't want like, okay, I have some want just like the Reds and the Sixth maybes, but in general, you have like a team. They look at the team as a whole, as I said, and the team has everything how they're supposed to be. Think about the visor trims on SPD or Zeo. That wouldn't happen if you have the team in a team pack, and you don't have to wait like years to complete the entire team. As I said, you could do just like the core 5 Kaku Ranger, or in Alien Rangers in this case, is there just 5 Rangers, like with the Psychos, like the core team. I don't count the green or silver in that, because silver is just like basically cosplay, like a costume, where Zane disguised himself as a Psycho, and green is comics, so that's not on a TV show. I don't really count that. I have them, I like them, but you could just do the core team, as I said, and good. And yeah, so you would be fine with that. So let's see. There's something more in the blind baggie. So we have the holster for the weapon. Actually, I have to check the show. I might put some pictures on post in there to see how accurate this is, because I can't remember how that looked on the show, to be honest. Sword looks decent. Yeah, looks good. Looks like I remember it. Which is cool. You just slot that in here. That's cool. Blaster goes in the holster. I had the same issue I have with like legacy figures. I mean, this is pretty decent, but the weapons always seem a bit too big. But that just could be me. And here's the blade mode. It had like it's a little bend, but it's normal for the weapons. You can straighten that out. That's normal because of the material, but yeah. Overall, let's see. I can't see any smudges or mishaps on my figure so far, on white at least. And that's great. That's always good. The neck looks a bit strange if you ask me. But other than that, White Ranger turned out good. Joints feel stable. They're not too like bendy and everything. They're like, see how the knees are. Yep. They're not too stiff and they're not too loose, so I can't complain about this one. I hope this keeps up quality-wise. Oh. You already said. Oh, is this just like this new? Is this like new feature with like the like hip stuff? I don't know how it's called in English, but you can basically have this like weird hip movement here with the. Okay. But as I said, I will make a quick cut, get the rest out, show you the rest of the team, and don't make this video too long. You have the typical effect pieces. I like those for the sword. Goldar has a similar one. And you have, of course, your extra hands. What can I say? Their hands. So, I will look on the back of the box. Everything is there, and if it's missing, take a look at the figures. And as I said, after a cut, we'll see us again. Have a team here to show you each member and give you some final thoughts. So, just to finish my last thoughts, as I said, I would prefer team packs. I told you my reasons, because you have less errors, I hope at least, and you don't have the main person. You don't have to wait that long. Yeah, it costs more money at one point. You don't just like, okay, here's a figure for like 25-30 bucks, and here you like have an entire team for like 150 or something, whatever the figure. I paid 150 euros for the entire pack because it's 5 times 30 here. So it's even a bit less than normal. Normally the figures are a bit like 32, 35, depends on deluxe or not. Deluxe is even, I think, 44, 99 in euros, of course, not in dollar, but dollar and euros equal at the moment, around about 1-to-1 ratio. As I said, I will make a cut. Sorry, blab too much as always, and we will be back with the entire team on the table, and we take a closer look on the rest of the team. Okay, finally, after plus 20 minutes, I have all Rangers out of the bags. Oh god, that's a hassle. That's also one thing where like, skip these dumb bags, Hasbro. I always trash them. I try to be careful, and I still trash them. I put everything else in plastic bags. I have them, and sort them out afterwards. I have this little like drawer for that where I have the extra pieces for the plastic-free stuff now. And yeah, so the figures are fine. I didn't see any paint issues, any mishaps, nothing. I have one issue with this set, and it's, in my opinion, it's not really worth mentioning. I checked the back of the box, as I said. This is your cheat sheet to see what you get and what do you have. And for the Red Ranger, this effect piece has the wrong color. That's it. Everything else is perfect. This is yellow, And it should be a like orange fiery tone on the back of the box at least. Should be like this. Oh, microphone. And it's yellow. As I said, not really worth mentioning. I like the effect pieces. I know some people don't. I prefer the sword ones more than the blasters. Depends on how I want to display everything, but I don't mind. It's a color. It's an effect piece. I'm not the type to go to Hasbro and tell you, you sold me the wrong shit. That's minor nitpicking. I'm absolutely fine with having it a different color. Other than that, I checked the figures. They are shiny, glossy, as you can see. The paint is well applied. Oh, I dropped stuff. Just one layer down. This blade mode of the blaster is pretty nice. Color is decent. Every ranger has their own version of it. You get. I just have 2 in hand, but you have 5 of these. The hands are hands. They are the correct hands, the correct color, the correct mode. Grabby hands, fists, whatever they apply to what there's in the box. This looks a little bit like from the Addams Family, if you ask me. But okay, I'm fine with that. The other effect pieces look great as well. Correct color, and same goes with the gun. Yeah, Rangers besides Blue, I put him out of his misery last. I got him out of the box last, and I kept this like this is the blaster in his blaster mode, and this is also very nicely painted. Color they used is great. It's a nice gold which fits the theme. It's not too shiny. It's not too matte or whatever you want to call it. I go by Team Leader, white in this case. Show you the Ranger, like close up. I just realized this one has an open part here. I don't know if that's correct for the show, but I don't mind. As I said, I have to check if that's actually show accurate. But figure like that. As I said, the joints, everything. I tried them out. They're good. They're not loose. They're not too tight. There's nothing which breaks on my figures at this point. As I said, the head looks a bit odd from the neck. Could be just me, or just have to see if I get it off and put it on again. Might be like the assembly on the factory, but we had white before and looks really good. I hope she doesn't. I always have this issue. I pick him up and I don't want to put him back down and it will just drop him. Okay, I'll lay you down. Yellow's next one. Okay, fine. He volunteered. As you can see, Yellow looks great too. Color fits them great. I'm so happy to have them and that they turned out good. I didn't hear anything bad about these figures on Twitter or YouTubes and stuff. So yeah, Black Ranger. You can see great detail. I'm super happy with them. I got that off. Oh, by the way, the peg hole, I show you this and just like get them on the bag and good. Wasn't like in there. I don't really know how to display them. I think maybe like this, but I have to rearrange my shelf now. I had that planned long time, but I knew these were coming, so like, okay, I'll wait when I have them, because if I squeeze them in later on, they start over. So here's red. Color is great on the figures, not only red, the entire color scheme of them. I assume they are this good because this is still the pinned molds for the Rangers, because they were better than the pinless ones. But yeah, they are hell of a figure. I highly recommend them so far. I know we had a lot of issues in the past with the Lightning Collection. I don't mind pins, to be honest, and yeah, these figures are really good. They're spotless. As I said, besides that one effect piece, nothing. Absolutely nothing. I know people had issues with yaYsPllw and Lost Galaxy. Mine were great. They had no issue as well. I'm waiting on my Lost Galaxy Pink. That's on the way basically, with Mesogog and what was it else? Dino Fury Blue. And when I have that figures in, I have my Lost Galaxy setup complete, which is really cool. White does one. The girls have, we just have one girl in this team, and always have like the smaller feet, which makes them a bit harder to stay, don't fall over. So display stands, sorry, wording, are recommended here basically. If I have figures on the outer edge of the shelf, I always give them a display stand that they don't drop. But as I said, I dropped way too much, I guess, even with editing. They look great. I don't know if you see that in the back here, but up there's Pyramidas, and there are some of the battle borgs. If I had a setup where I had rangers in front of the Zords, I would display them like that. I might take a picture of it, I don't know. But anyways, highly recommend this team. Didn't heard anything bad about it. So if you want those, get them. They're sold out in many places. Pre-order was sold out like crazy. So good job on that, Hasbro. Please keep this quality up and improve. Thank you. Thank you for those great figures. We have so many teams. We have so many teams complete by now. I'm hoping for Dino Thunder Black shipping soon. That Dino Thunder is one of my favorite seeds as well. And we're getting Lightspeed Rescue. We're getting RPM, and yeah, we're getting new seasons. There's leaks of maybe Samurai. I don't know. I know people. I just want to brag a bit for the end. Sorry. I know a lot of people don't like Super Megaforce and Megaforce. I enjoyed these shows. They're not the best Power Rangers seasons by far. I can say that, but I know a lot of people like the Sentai counterpart, and a lot of people like the suits. Me too. I like the suits a lot, so I wish to have that in the Lightning collection. I would really go for Gokaiger suits or Super Megaforce in that case. The suits are amazing, and even when the show flopped in the US or in Europe or whatever, like the western region of the world, the Power Rangers version of it, the design is great, and I want to have that in my collection. Because when you buy stuff from Japan, SH figures are fucking crazy expensive. Anyways, once more, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this longer unboxing. If that's the case, we see us in the next video. Stay safe, and until next time.